Welcome to the Regular Joe's podcast. I'm Dave Pisani.
I'm Barry Kay.
And I'm Todd Pleasant.
All right, we're on video. I know we've sort of said it and maybe IM'd about it or whatever the hell, Instagrammed about it, but here's what I'm asking everyone to do who's listening. Go subscribe to us on YouTube, The Regular Joe's podcast. We've been sort of doing it as a bit of an experiment over the past couple months, but this is our third or fourth episode on video, so you can now see us. Everything we talk, I think one of the reasons we want to do it because we always show and tell and what's in the box, and everyone's like, "Oh, I never get to see what that is." Now you can see what it is.
Dave, you talk about seeing us like that's a good thing.
Well, you could see all our stuff. Let's put it that way. And when I say
you can't see Barry's umbrella. Just saying.
No, you can't see my umbrella. It was there, but Dave has an umbrella phobia, so now it's not
umbrellas. There. Umbrellas are for the weak, as far as I'm concerned. But
so you're more of a hood guy than an umbrella person.
Hoodie guy, hoodie or a baseball hat.
Umbrella.
My rain gear in college was a leather jacket and a baseball hat.
This shocks me not even slightly.
You get to see all our cool stuff behind us. You know, maybe at some point we're gonna just maybe do a little walking around.
There may have to be video tours at some point.
Video tours, yeah, we'll do video tours.
Look, there's no guarantee every episode forever will be video, but we're trying it out.
Yeah, I think so. This one is the Rhode Island Comic Con was not, but there's a ton of pictures. It took me 8 hours to edit that one, so please go watch it. There's a ton of pictures.
There's a bunch of video too. It's just not in sync with our talking.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of cool stuff.
I will say this, Dave. You did a fantastic job. I watched the whole thing, and
I'm halfway into it.
It's that long, but it got to be one of those things. Like if we mention it and I could grab a picture, I'd find one and stick it in. So it was good.
And once again, thanks to Brendan Wayne. That was I really enjoyed that interview.
I should have gone back and gotten his autograph because he belongs on the interview wall of fame. That was good.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, he was great. Interesting background. You know, when you really, it's funny. I was explaining to someone about what the Mandalorian is. The Mandalorian is three people. It's Pedro, it's Brendan, and it's a stuntman, Latif, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
But the reality, when you really think of it, you know, he's the guy on camera. You know, I would assume
he's the guy that the other two have to walk like.
Yeah.
Well, and when you think about it, Darth Vader was the same thing. It was Bob Anderson, it was David Prowse, and it was James Earl Jones. I mean,
and the voice guys always get the credit. Nothing against Pedro.
The only difference with Vader is you never really saw him with his helmet off, and when you did, it was an old white guy. But
yeah, or young, or whoever. It varied depending on which edit you're looking at. But anyway,
still does. Yeah.
He was great. We thank you him. He's been great. Posting our stuff and everything, so we've got a nice reaction to that. So if you haven't seen that or listened to that episode, it's last week, number 596 for those who are counting. Go check it out because it was a lot of fun.
We are creeping our way towards episode 600.
600 big things. I say that sometimes with no idea of what it is, but we have big things.
We have a plan.
We have a plan. We have a semblance of a plan.
I don't like to jinx anything until it's in the can, but we have a plan.
Exactly. But so again, please subscribe. We're a fledgling channel with 1 million videos because we've put all the audio videos up on there. But please subscribe. The Regular Joe's podcast on YouTube. Thank you. All right, let's go some random. Barry, what do you got?
I'm just going to throw this out there as a random. So with the final season of Stranger Things coming, we decided that we wanted to rewatch the first 4 seasons before we hit season 5.
That's so bold.
You know what? We've made it through the first 2 seasons so far. And so that's 8 episodes the first season, 9 episodes the second season. There's only one bad episode in those first 2 seasons. It's really solid, and I'm really enjoying rewatching it.
I didn't think, I don't think of Stranger Things as having any really weak episodes, are there?
Well, I didn't love the episode in season 2 where they have Eleven go find her mother and meet up with her friend from the whatever that
I
place
don't
was.
remember any of that stuff.
I mean, it was kind of like they needed to do something with her while all the other characters were busy, so they had her go off on like a little side mission. And it wasn't the greatest episode, and it wasn't terrible. But anyway, my point is, it's a really fun rewatch. We're actually really enjoying it, sort of a second time through in binge mode, and we're gonna hit all of it before we start watching season 5, which
next week,
drops
right?
next Friday. Yeah, as we record this,
We
it drops.
record this on
the first of 3 drops is next Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Todd, what do you got?
Stargate.
I wrote that down too. Interesting.
I am
It's Amazon, right?
seriously psyched for Amazon. They're going all in this. I think it's a full series order. I am super pleased. I mean, of all the things that people have revisited over the years, this is one that it just makes so much sense because there's so many other directions they can go with it. And, sci-fi gradually just kind of starved it and put a little less money and a little less effort into every successive thing they did. But if you get somebody committed to this and, you reopen the gates that have been shut down for 20 years, if that's the way they're going to do it, this could be amazing. And I'm really, really psyched to see this. I think this could be like Star Trek The Next Generation kind of thing. Take everything they've done and, after a pause and build on it and do really great things. And again, I love the world they created. They did a lot of, there's a lot of really great stuff in there.
There is. I think me and you
people go back and rewatch all of it, and because again, there's good seasons, bad seasons, but it's on the whole, it's a great series.
Me and you are the only ones who've seen every single episode of all of them. I don't think there's another person on this planet. There's gateheads out there. There's a lot. Oh, I know there's a lot. So. And I guess it was somehow owned by MGM, I think, and maybe that's how Amazon acquired it. But they are getting Martin Giro, however you pronounce his name, who worked on three of the seasons series. So it's in good hands, and he's also. I'm trying to think. There's 2 other guys he's bringing in.
Brad Wright is going to be a consulting producer, and Joe Malazori, consulting producer. So this is, they got legacy here, and I
liked even Universe. I think me and you both liked Universe.
Yeah, we did. It was I forgot that. Yes, that's right. But like I said, there was a lot there. But if you go back to the core thing, the Stargate in the bunker and exploring other worlds and doing it, there's a lot they can do that'll be cool.
Yeah. I jumped in at like season 6. Then I bought all seasons on DVD.
Still have them.
When a season on DVD was this big, I'm holding up my hand. I'll put a picture of the box. And then I bought a portable DVD player and I watched them all on the train. Oh my God.
So
it took me 6 months.
Every season, I bought all the seasons on DVD, and every season we would get narrower, and they were the same episodes because the packaging just got narrower.
Yeah, I have almost a half of a cabinet under my television is filled with Stargate. It's how big it was. You can watch it again,
and so there's like I said, there's a lot great in it, and I hope they stay in continuity. I hope this is 20 years later or whatever.
We got to see Jack.
We have legacy characters that they can go back to, and many of them are gone, but still there's a lot of people that they can pull back in, and I think that would be terrific.
I hope.
I have seen some Stargate, but I can be honest with you, I don't know which series they were.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever saw a complete series from beginning to end, but I know I've seen bits and pieces.
Clear off your stoop. I'm mailing you a box with all of it.
I'm sure I can stream it somewhere for much easier.
You'll think it's like a generator. It's going to be such a big box.
So the first season is weird because it was on Showtime.
Yeah, and risky. There was full frontal nudity in the pilot
stuff, and there's it's kind of like, and you're like, really, and then so those are short episodes on when they played them on Sci-Fi, and then they jumped into Sci-Fi, and like I said, again, it was there's some just
seasons like 4, 5, or my 5 is like 4, 5. Whenever when Jack was Jack and he hadn't sort of moved that way from the team, and 4,
When
5,
they
6,
they
7
became
maybe.
comfortable with each other before they started
Yeah.
doing substitutions for people. But when they were comfortable with each other, and we'll talk about the show. We'll do a show about the show sometime. We'll make Barry watch a couple episodes. But the time loop episode
Time loop, awesome.
is one of my favorite things ever, and the way they in that episode they shift from being comedic to being dramatic on a dime and do it flawlessly.
Yeah.
And so this guy is basically has created this time loop, Barry, by trying to, undo this great thing, this bad thing that happened in his life. And so in the process, he created this time loop. And so everyone in the whole universe keeps rebooting because of what this guy's done. And the guy said to him, he says to Jack, he says, "You don't understand." And Jack just shuts him right down and says, "I lost my son." And it was something that has barely been mentioned throughout the whole series because it was the
continuation from the movie. Yeah.
Exactly. And he said it was referenced early on, and he basically said, "Every day of my life," he said, "I think about that." And he says, "But I'm not destroying the universe to fix it." And it was so good. And for an episode, it's just like by that point they just knew who they were and what they could do and what they could get away with. And it's great. It's just such
I know we've touched on it in the past, but that movie had so much promise, and like half of that movie delivered, and the other half of that movie was a train
I
wreck.
agree.
I agree.
The beginning was good. That's why the series, and it did take a few seasons to get going. The series when it was in its stride was really good, really
when
good.
the core 3 characters kind of gelled and became comfortable with who they were and what they were, and they were playing to their strengths. It was terrific. It was absolutely terrific.
Yeah,
so
for sure. I look forward to that. I'm excited. I hope we see our pal Richard Dean Anderson. So I know we sort of texted each other, but the trailer for Project Hail Mary is out. Todd, I know you were concerned, and they showed enough, but hopefully not too much. I don't think.
There's certain things. If you have not read the book, there are big revelations coming. If they're the right down to the premise, you do not know what you yet to see. So don't dismiss this as a rehash of The Martian, because it's not. It's a very different.
Do a good job of touching on what's going on.
Yeah, but again, it's one man alone
trailer.
trying to survive and do all this kind of stuff.
But they do say basically save the universe.
Right, but I've also read a couple things online that said this looks a whole lot like The Martian. But anyways, it's not. It's not, and it's brilliant, and it in some ways is a better book. And
I just don't know how they're even if they made this a 3-hour movie, I don't know how they're going to tell the
Barry, I'm saying
story.
the same thing. I'm looking at this and I'm saying there's so much here.
I said this. I'm like I'm already sad. It's only going to be 2 hours. Because the book was so good. If they said this is now a 10-hour movie, I'd be like, that's the greatest thing.
Expansive.
Do you know what the running time is?
Even if it's 2, nothing's going to be over 2.5.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be over 2.5. But I hope this isn't less than 2 hours and 30 minutes, because there's
a lot. There's a
lot. I will tell you
concatenate it and try to just cut out in big chunks of the plot to make
it. The good thing is, again, and it's different people, but The Martian didn't feel short. Short.
The Martian movie tells an abbreviated version of the story, but a concise version of the story, and the book goes into a lot more detail. So.
I thought a lot about this, and I think this works really well non-linear, whereas The Martian was linear. And I think this is going to be told with a lot of flashbacks and bits and pieces.
Well, yeah, just like the book.
Together.
So yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. So I think there is a way of doing this. We're just going to get more in the flat, in the disparate chunks than we did in the books. So it's going to have to come together faster. My biggest concern, absolutely 100% above everything else, was how is Rocky going to look, and I no longer have concern about that.
Yeah,
that is because. If he did not look right, you have no movie, and boy, the tapping, the doing the fist bump thing, all that kind of stuff. It's like, it's perfect. It is just absolutely perfect. So
Yeah. I'm excited for that. It's not too far away. What's it, March? Or it's March, I think. Or May?
I thought it was July. One of us,
one of those months.
It's coming. We know it's coming.
One of us should hit the interweb and see.
Yeah.
I thought we wait until summer.
I thought it was. I don't know. Let's see. I don't want to.
I'm looking. Hang on.
I don't want to. Someone's already given it like ratings on there's nothing to see. Are you rating the trailer?
Yeah,
March 20th.
Yeah, March 20th.
That's great. That's great.
Nice.
Okay, I was thinking it was summer.
Yeah.
So, I think you know what it was. I think it was July when we saw the first thing, the first preview. That's what it was. It was back in July when we saw that first preview. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
But I am super psyched for this, and
I don't know if it was filmed for IMAX. I'll have to see it twice because it'd be interesting to see in IMAX.
Andy Weir, write a book. It's time. We need another story.
We need a book. As soon as this is out, we need a book so we could wait another 5 years for them to make a movie of it. But I'm excited about that. And, I know there's a couple other things. Barry, what else you got?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't know if you guys watched the Monarch Season 2 teaser that they put out, but I
didn't know there was a teaser. I read the...
Yeah, there's a teaser video out, and it looks great, and I'm going to spoil the teaser video for you, but King Kong is in it.
Oh, I read that. And Kurt Russell's back. And
Kurt Russell is back.
Did he get eaten by somebody or something? Or I don't remember what happened to him.
At the end of the end of the first season, but February 27th, 2026 is when it starts, and then it's going to drop weekly until May 1st. So,
and we said we knew he'd be back when he disappeared. So
I really like that show, and this new trailer looks great.
Yeah. Oh, one of the guys from Stargate who were producing or writing or something. One worked on Obi-Wan Kenobi, and another worked on Monarch. So there's good people
good,
there going on.
Yeah, good things there.
For sure.
And just quick, Alien Earth got renewed. So
Yes.
We sort of knew it would, so that's good.
We figured it was going to, but it's good to have confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Any other random?
Just one other quick one, because I didn't realize it was coming up this quick, but Fallout Season 2, December 17th. So that's earlier than I expected it. I don't know how I wasn't, it was not on my radar that they were, in the midst of filming it, but that's coming out in a month.
Cool stuff from Fanboy Collectibles. No segue there. Up for pre-order or in stock, whatever. Sideshow premium format Bride of Frankenstein. I mean, I just watched the Bride of Frankenstein over Halloween, and she's kind of hot, I have to say. But besides that, those look great. If you're into that, big giant statues of Bride of Frankenstein looks awesome. We're going to be talking about Predator, the series, and Predator Badlands soon, coming up next. But there is a Hot Toys lead Predator character, Deck is his name, and then there is a Deck and Thea, which...
You want the Deck and Thea.
I know.
Spoiler, you want the Deck and Thea.
You do. But the head sculpt on it's Ellie Fanning is so good on that. It's just amazing. But what pops, speaking of Alien Earth, is an Alien Earth Wendy pop. There's a Statler and Waldorf from The Muppet Show. They got everything you need. Hey, as much as it is shocking to all of us, it is the holiday season, which is crazy. December, Thanksgiving is less than a week from when you're listening to this. That's crazy. It was July yesterday, but you must have someone in your life you need to buy something nerdy for. Send us stuff. We'll give you a P.O. box. And anyone who sends us a gift gets a box set of Stargate. No, you don't.
I thought you were going to say gets a regular Joe's T-shirt, and I was going to say that's not a fair trade.
You didn't get a regular Joe's patch. No, I don't want anyone sending us. This is our 600 patch. I know it was in one of the episodes, but there you go. But we're in the middle of a commercial. They got everything you need: Sideshow and Hot Toys and Kotobukiya and Hasbro, and definitely there's someone who needs something in your life from them. Check those guys out. FanboyCollectibles.com. Check them out at their store in Newtown, Connecticut. Tell them Regular Joe sent you. It's definitely the place. Buy something for yourself. Come on, you know you're gonna anyway, Barry. So
I get called out in the middle of the commercial. Thank you.
You do. Well, we're all over the place.
There's history
in
there,
this
Barry. There's history.
But,
Yeah, I know.
they're your one-stop shop for anyone who's into anything cool. So check those guys out. Again, tell them Regular Joe sent you.
Yeah.
There's
we
our
customers.
There's
as
our
well.
official 600th episode patch. We'll figure out a way to get some to you guys. Listen to episode 600.
It's even got the irregular Joes on it.
It does. It's a mission patch, and as you may have heard in last week's episode, there are women who thought we were astronauts based on that patch. So I'm just saying, if you get one, you can go impersonate an astronaut too. Women love that.
We were not impersonating them. They just mistook us for it.
And we were stupid enough to say no, we're not. We should have said.
It's pretty much just a given, guys out there. If a woman says, "Are you an astronaut?" the correct answer is yes. Yes, I am.
I am today.
Yeah.
And just total non sequitur. Yes, 2 days ago, I was away with my wife, and we were tomahawk throwing, as we've done with Dave and his wife on vacation as well.
As we just do for vacations.
A woman came up to me.
And that people, that's not a euphemism. Anyway.
No, that's a real thing.
Actual
tomahawks at actual targets. A woman came up to me and said, "Has anybody ever told you look like the lead singer of the band Sister Hazel?" Now, first of all, I've never heard of the band Sister Hazel.
The fact that you've never heard of them says a lot.
That's right. And then I looked up the lead singer of thus said band. I look nothing like this guy.
All right.
At all.
Okay.
It was
then
weird.
The answer is no. No one has ever told you that.
I don't get mistaken for people very often, and certainly not the lead singers of rock bands. But this guy, first of all, the guy's got no hair. Now, I had a hat on because it was cold out, so she couldn't see my hair. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going off on a tangent. But
anyway, be an astronaut.
Sister
There's a couple of companies that sell that they sell the astronaut NASA spacesuits. Jackets. Those blue jackets. Luna replicas, I believe it is.
I think we just need to start wearing orange jumpsuits everywhere we go because that is flattering and
yeah, it's flattering. They'll be like, "Are you guys escaped prisoners?" That's what they'll say about us. They're not going to ask if we're
prisoners
astronauts.
with mission patches on your jumpsuits.
Anyway, all right. So, two of the three of us saw the new movie Predator Badlands. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but we're also going to talk about the Predator franchise, which is voluminous, and we didn't even realize until before the show there's one more movie than we thought. So, the movies in the Predator franchise, including the Alien vs. Predator, are Predator, Predator 2, Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator 2, Predators, The Predator, Prey, and Predator Badlands. There's 8 movies, I think, and there's.
And I think the second Alien vs. Predator was actually called Requiem.
Oh yes, that is true.
Not Alien Predator 2. But.
It's funny. I did go. I have seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen all those. Obviously, I remember the original. I just watched Prey a few months ago. I did go back and watched Alien vs. Predator. Just because.
It's not good. I remember that one.
I don't think it's not horrible. It's not great. It's not horrible.
I saw Predator. I've never seen anything else. So I
want it to be better.
If I could find my
you're saying it's good and it's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
No, you are crystal sculling when you want it to be better. I don't care if it's good or not.
It's not only when you want it to be better. When you're defending it and you're wrong.
When you're asserting something's better than it is.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
The want doesn't have to be involved. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Crystal Skull.
Is that full of vodka?
Yeah.
You should drink that. I only have empties.
Right now on the show? Okay.
Todd left. He was so distraught he left.
Mine is full too.
Oh.
Barry, let's take a shot.
All right.
But so
I can't even get it open.
there's a tiny little thing.
All right,
Todd's
wait,
is full of water. You're full of shit.
It is
keep
not full of
talking.
water. It's now slightly less full of vodka.
Yep.
So anyway, but
So-
and I will not that it's a spoiler. Anyway, there's going to be spoilers about Predator Badlands, but I went back and watched.
Wait, I didn't see it. You can't spoil it. No,
Too
I'm
bad.
kidding.
You had your chance. There is now a Weyland-Yutani connection from the Aliens universe in this movie, and I was curious, like, when did that start?
They're
it did
trying
start,
to weave this stuff to be a conjoined universe or shared.
but it started
universe.
in Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Todd, you did not see Prey?
I haven't seen anything other than Predator until this week when I saw Alien versus Predator.
Oh, you watched that?
I did watch that,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's not good. It is not good.
Horrible.
No, it is. Put it this way. It is. It's if you put it in the if you throw that in the Alien franchise category.
There's a lot of crap in
one-
Alien.
It's there's crappy Alien movies that are better than it. So it's very different production values, very different whatever. I feel like I don't know. I really feel like that movie is a cash grab, and
Oh,
it's like, oh, we've got aliens, we have predators, we can milk some more money out of
I
this.
also feel, and I haven't seen it in a long time, but in my memory, feels like it was made on the cheap, and the effects were not as.
It
not
very
on
much
par.
it feels that way, and
there's
it's
some
very-
things that I think set-wise, they spent a lot of money on sets. I think not
there are
much
some
else.
things, but like.
But if I remember correctly, like even the way it was lit, like the Alien and Predator suits didn't look as realistic.
Nope,
as...
it did not. And I will say they just like, and there may be something because I did not realize there was other films in between, but I felt like we saw like way too much of the Predators, whereas the whole thing with them to begin with was the mystique, and they were these mysterious hunters and stuff like this. Here they're just standing around talking a bastardized version of Japanese and Klingon, and it seemed like there was just too much of them. And then the aliens were just way too easy to kill. It's like they went across the galaxy for hundreds of years to bioengineer these creatures who they could slice in half that easily.
Well, wait, but just not that I'm again not defending the movie, but there were three predators, two got killed, so that's not that easy to kill.
But there was a ton of the aliens, and anyways, it's just.
I do think, I think you said, oh, it's curious, what would really happen, and the really is the movie, I guess, because there's nothing real, but the predators rely on technology. I mean, if a predator and an alien fought without the predator's technology, it'd be a good fight. They got freaking laser guns.
They got lasers and these things that allow them to cut their snout off like it's a watermelon. And
It's even those spears they use have technology.
that's what I'm saying. Everything
not
was
fair.
just like, oh yeah, no, and it was like this whole honor thing, and it was like, yeah, but
And then if we lose, we blow up the whole planet.
we're gonna blow up the whole planet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, when
It's
you
kinda
nuke
like,
it from the air, it's the only way to be sure.
Yeah.
and that's
Well, they
also
only
like,
blew up the pyramid, I guess.
well, I was watching and I was thinking like none of these things ever escaped into the wild, and then they explained why because when they were being totally overrun by them because they nuked them. But anyways, it is what it is. It was I put, and I was saying this when we were talking earlier this week. I put the Predator franchise on a tier far lower than the Alien franchise. I have much higher expectations for Alien movies, even the bad ones, than I do for these films. And I think
wait. All right. That's not where we're going, but let's break this down. If we, and I'm not defending the Predator franchise, the Alien franchise has two good movies, right?
well, I think 3 good movies.
I think it has 2 great movies,
Two great movies.
a couple of good movies.
What's good?
Well, actually, maybe 3 great movies. if
You
put
like
Romulus in
3.
there. I'm just gonna say it, and I don't care what your
Director's
responses
cut.
are.
We get it. Okay,
Director's cut of 3 is a watchable, decent movie.
Okay. Let's besides all that.
Okay,
so
wait a minute, just a bit for a second. 3 is the prison one.
yeah.
Yes. But the director's cut is a completely different. I don't
I do
remember
not
if you
like
guys have
the
seen
direction
that or
of that film, but I do not hate that as vehemently as a lot of people.
Okay. Let's just say 2 great movies. We'll call one a really good one for Barry's sake. 4
And Romulus. Romulus is
Oh,
good.
you're right. I'm thinking wrong.
That's why I was saying 3.
3. You're right. I'm like, duh, wrong. But so 4, no good. Those Prometheus and the other ones, not
Still
good.
okay. Flawed, but the production values are way better, way higher
Yeah.
than the world building. The everything is way. I mean, like I said, most of those had story flaws and whatever, but the productions themselves were on a tier completely different than aliens
and part
walking
of the problem
stiffly,
for me
walking
with-
stiffly and grunting and just
Part of the problem with Prometheus and Covenant, they're not great movies, but they also were an incomplete story, and they're never going to go back and finish that
Right.
story,
Oh, yeah.
which
Yeah.
to me makes them even worse. At least if we had gotten a
I
complete
agree with
story.
that. But, I mean, they are watchable, and and they're disappointing at certain levels. But again, I think it's a cohesive world, and I think I think the world building works and is consistent and makes sense. I think you look at the Predator things, and you're like, how did these people ever get space flight?
I do think if you really like the franchises as a whole, it is a lower tier. It's like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Aliens, Bloomingdale's, and Predators like Macy's.
But they've been trying for a long time now to bring them together with some better success than others. But I feel like now they finally are at a place where they can actually really, starting from square one, rebuild this into
I'm
a
just
cohesive-
going to say this. I'm going to anger some people, but one is the Olympics and the other is pro wrestling. But there are 2 different tiers.
Well, I'll tell you what. That they've changed that. I'll tell you this. Here are the 2. I'm going to rank. I don't remember all the Predator movies because I haven't seen them all. I haven't seen Predators or the Predator that I recall what they're about. The best Predator movie is Predator Badlands, for sure. It's as much as the Arnold movie is what it is. It's still an '80s bit of a cheesy movie.
Also, not really a Predator movie, and I think we shifted from being the first one where the Predator is the antagonist and the bad, and just this unknown entity that's stalking them, whatever. Till we get like a deep dive into the Predator in this thing, and I will say, in this movie, I was relating to this creature in a way that I did not think was possible based on my other. In the other one, it was just like, in Alien versus Predator, it's like, okay, so he's not going to kill her now. It was
that was interesting.
Maybe he'll kill her later, but he's not going to kill her now.
But you go back to moments like him with the girl in Alien versus Predator, which sort of feeds into this movie. Like, okay, they're not just these killing machines like the aliens. So there was little glimpses of that. But
I also find the fact that they've woven in this whole rite of passage thing into it. So
that's
we now
been in it for a long time.
But I'm saying they've woven it in so that we don't know when we see certain behaviors, we don't know whether these are juvenile behaviors or not. Like whether these are seasoned warriors or these are hunters or whether these are just basically kids trying to prove themselves. And so it's which was the case with Alien versus Predator, and the case with this movie.
If we go with the lore in the newest movie, you don't earn your cloak of invisibility until you have proven yourself. I don't know if we can backtrack that to every other movie because they all had them.
Well, in the other one, they said they were teens. In Alien versus Predator, they said
they did.
They did. Oh yeah, no, this was they were being dumped on Earth for their final rite of passage.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's a new twist they added to it.
And that was the whole thing. And either you survive this or you don't survive this. And so, he didn't even get that opportunity. He didn't even get that chance because he was the outcast. He was a runt. He was an outcast. This is again. I will say I think this was a very enjoyable film. He was very good. I think adding the non-human human element to it made the movie. Okay,
Yeah. Oh, she's terrific.
if it was this guy walking around grunting and snorting the
No,
whole
there's
time,
no way. You totally
you
need
could not make
that.
this work. She makes this movie.
Well, and Todd, I would recommend you go back and watch Prey, because Prey is actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
Oh well, I know.
Prey is
but
probably
I'm saying,
the second best Predator movie.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying based on what I've seen, I'm saying this is head and shoulders above Aliens versus Predator.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And she again, like I said, does a great job in both her roles, and I think it's put it this way, okay. I would buy an action figure of her lower body.
Wait, her upper body. Oh, and her lower body.
Her lower body is the action hero of this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, her severed lower body has more.
She's
action
an
in the
android.
movie
Spoiler:
than-
she's an android.
Yeah, well, you get that from the. But anyways, yeah, her severed lower body literally kicks ass, and it's both funny and also
There's humor.
awkward.
It's funny because I feel like this is the first of this franchise that is embracing what it needs to do to be a good movie. It can't be all camp. It can't be all
Nope.
serious. Can't be all blood and guts. It's smart. It's got a completely cohesive through story. It's got
if
two
you
good,
take
really
yourself
good,
too
interesting
seriously,
characters.
With something like this, it's going to be silly and goofy. This way, they did. I think they walked that line really, really well.
Yeah.
And like I said, she, for not being human, she humanized the story, and it was interesting how you related to her, but not the other androids, and and they made clear lines.
I got to give Dan Trachtenberg, the director of this and Prey, a huge credit. He's really taken this franchise to another level.
Well, and I would also say
yeah.
in Prey, the lead female, it's Amber Midthunder, who was also in Legion, Todd.
Yep.
And she's also like the humanizing factor in that one. I mean, it takes place in 1700s, I think, but it's another story where kind of like the first one, where it's the predator is hunting humans, but she's fighting back. But really good. I definitely would recommend watching.
Yeah,
Prey.
you'll
I want to
enjoy
see
that.
the new one, but Prey is really good too.
I mean, I think this new movie of whatever we think of the Predator franchise is definitely on the level of a Romulus. For sure, it's definitely stepped the game up for this.
I would not.
for
I would not
Predator.
argue that. I think, like I said, they did a great job.
Could somebody come in having never seen any Predator movies and just watch this movie and understand the universe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karen watched it. She liked it a lot more than she anticipated. But she's seen some of the other. She's watched some of the other ones on TV. So
I don't think you need to. They kind of lay out everything
I'm just
you need
wondering
to know.
for younger people, kind of like the way Romulus was a continuation of a story, but also a jumping off point. Is this same kind of thing?
This is the same thing. Unfortunately, the box office isn't great. I think they're relatively happy with it.
yeah,
68 million domestic, which puts it at the highest grossing Predator movie, not adjusted for inflation, but 138 million worldwide.
yeah. Okay.
Not cheap
So
movies to make.
here's my thing. I think you need some. Do they explain clearly what she is? I think if you went
Yes.
in without, do they?
Absolutely. She explains that she's on the planet. Not that it's not a spoiler. She's on the planet with her team to catalog different life forms.
That's right. She does say that they sent synthetics because humans couldn't survive.
Because this,
yeah.
Barry, and it's
you're
not a
right.
spoiler, this is like the most dangerous planet in the universe. It's just ridiculous. And they do a good job of showing how crazy it is. There's so many crazy things.
And then
It's so much fun.
Then exploiting the craziness afterwards. taking, there's basically everything possible on this planet can kill you. And then the character later exploits everything possible that can kill you. I thought that was very clever. I thought it's hard to do this without spoiling it, but the fact that you can make a torso a compelling character, and to the point of like, it's like she's basically reunited with her body at one point. You're thinking, okay, now she's going to be whatever, and then something happens, she gets torn in half again immediately. It's really
she's
fun.
really great. I mean, we've loved her in Super 8 when she was like a kid. Now she's like, what, 27 or something? She's just terrific in this.
Yeah.
And even though we are spoiling everything, it's such a fun movie to watch.
We haven't spoiled anything. There's so much there.
Yeah, it's just fun to, and I was
a
like,
lot of what you've said, you get from the trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no secret that she's a robot torso.
Yeah.
It's in the trailer.
but I'm like, with all these new movies, is this going to be like a gore fest? There's a lot of that. It's not that at all. And I got to give Adam Savage a shout out because he did just a little quick video on his Instagram or something or whatever saying everyone's got to go see it. It's the best movie of the year. And I don't know if I would have seen it, necessarily if I hadn't got his little talk on it.
If you had not talked about this, Dave, I would never have gone and seen it, and I wouldn't have watched the other one, which I'm not glad I watched. But
it's so nice to be surprised about how good something
it
is that's
and I'll
not
say,
on the radar.
I think Alien Romulus is like the perfect for what this is. Alien Romulus is the perfect analogy for this. They took a property that's old, possibly a little tired, and put a new spin on it, and there's a little thing at the end that hints the possibility of there being more, which is
I hope there's more. I mean, I know he has said he really wants to explore this property, this franchise. He's really between these two movies, and I guess there's this animated that I haven't seen. I don't know anything about it, but
I would say there's a couple twists in there that this movie that I did not see coming.
Yeah,
that are
when we can talk about it. Even when you're like, why is the big monster doing that? And then it just dawned on me. Didn't even dawn on me at the time.
No, and they made it. Yeah, it's just like I said. I again, very clever, fun. She's fantastic.
And this guy, I'm gonna try to pronounce his name, Demetrius Schuster Colamondagi. I watched a little behind the scenes. He's in the suit, and I think they just digitally put his face on. So there's a guy acting. It's not all CGI, which is great. And by the way, the budget was only $105 million for this, which is
they spend a lot of time. I mean, it's very rare that his face is covered, which is kind of. I mean, I'm assuming in the other Predator movies I've seen, you see a lot less of their face.
Yeah,
he wears the helmet a lot in the other movies.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. In this, he's unhelmeted through 90-something% of the movie, and you get a lot of emotion out of that face, including the double jaw and the.
Even there are things where you see like this. I don't remember specifically what it was, but something she said, and then knowing what the reaction should be, you got that came across in his face.
Yeah,
and that's not a face.
It's like,
yeah.
And that also takes this to a different level than the other things where, like I said, you find this hideous creature with very frightening imperatives to be relatable, and that's not an easy task. So, it's like Lord of the Rings making an orc relatable kind of thing. It's just you very much have in your mind what this thing is. And then, you're identifying with it. And you're rooting for it, actively rooting for it. So,
that's cool.
Well done.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I can say names, so I won't. But friend of the show, actually screen tested to be the Predator, and ended up not getting it. But I heard some behind the scenes stories from that person, and it sounds like it was a really cool suit and a really cool. The way that they were doing it was really cool. So.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's a couple behind the scene things on YouTube that are worth checking out. But she's wearing like blue suit and this guy literally is carrying her around, and they're on like harnesses and stuff to take the weight off him. It's
Yep.
There's a lot going on. It was not an easy shoot at all. I can't imagine it was.
I'm definitely going to see it. I mean,
Yeah.
everything that you've said makes me want to see it more than I already did. So
Yeah, it was fun. It's definitely worth seeing. So that's 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely 2 thumbs up.
Okay, let's go. What's in the box? Barry, what's in the box?
I'm going to do 2 quick ones. This is something that I got a little while ago, and it's really cool. I don't think I talked about it on the show. This is from Regal Robot, and it's a Phil Tippett bust. They're starting to do these icons of science fiction and special effects.
Yeah, Tom mentioned that when he was on.
Yeah, he mentioned it when he was on the show. It's out now. And it looks like a bronze bust. I mean, it's got the patina on it, and it's heavy. I think it's resin, but it's painted to look like a bronze bust. It's a great likeness of Phil, and I've got it displayed with a bunch of the other things that I have that Phil created. So just a fun piece, and I think they're $50 or something like that. They're not expensive. And if you've been watching behind the scenes with how they made Star Wars and Jurassic Park and all that stuff, and for all those years, this guy's got to be on your shelf to go along with all your other cool collectibles. So Regal Robot, I think it's still available now. So if you're interested, and then the other one, and I blame my friend Mike for this. I was at his house recently and I saw this and it made me want it. This is the vintage Kenner 12, well, it's more like 14-inch Darth Vader from the 70s. I had a bunch of these when I first started collecting. I got rid of them and I saw his and I was like, uh-oh, this is going to be a problem. So there's like 12 figures in this line.
Yeah.
What are they like the ones that who did that? Gentle Giant did or
No, these aren't.
Kenner.
Gentle Giant did the large size of the 3 3/4 inch. This was a separate line that Kenner did back in the 70s.
This is
The 12
one
inch
that goes-
line.
this one- this
Oh,
the
I
one
had
that
a bunch
goes
of
with
those.
The,
Yeah.
the Han Solo and
I
the
sold them.
Yeah, they had
sold
Han
all
Solo
of them.
and
very
Luke
Barbie
and
looking
Stormtrooper.
Leia. And
So they're
I
remaking those.
have the Stormtrooper one. I've had that one for years, but so now this is now the second one of 12, and I have a bad feeling that this is gonna send me
Wait.
down a
Is
rabbit
that vintage?
Yeah. This is
Oh,
vintage.
I thought they came out with new ones.
No.
You can tell by the
This is-
nearly see-through cape.
Yeah.
I
the
could.
cape-
I
you can see my
gave
face
all
through
those.
it,
I sold all those.
Totally see you. That's quality, circa 1978. You know, it's
But
like
I got a good deal on it, and it was in good condition, and maybe I won't buy the rest of them, but I have a
we
bad
don't think that's the case, Barry. We do not for a second think that's the case.
But it's finite collection, like we always talk about. There's only 12 in the
So
line.
those
they'll
those
never-
are
they'll never
70s.
be more.
I had the Power of the Force ones. the
Yeah.
second-
These are from the 70s.
Got you. Okay, now I
Anyway,
get it.
that's what's in the box for me this week. Todd, what's in the box?
So this is the Superman robot figure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
This is Gary. So I was buying the pieces to build the build your own one, and I actually saw this compared with it. This is actually the one that you can buy, which is hard to find, and it's much better than the build your own one.
Oh, geez, and you went
That's
through all that
disappointing. I mean,
to
it's
buy
good,
that.
but it's disappointing at the same time.
Anyways, I sold the other pieces, and I had no problem
Oh.
selling my handful
Good.
of other pieces. I was still missing one arm, I think, yeah, it's I think it was like the chase figure from the line because they were hard to find, but it's very, very cool, and it came with different hands and stuff like that. It's got a cape with wire in it.
Oh, nice.
And very awesome. So he goes on the shelf next to K2SO, and someday hopefully be joined by GI Robot when they make a GI Robot figure, so we can have all the Alan Tudyk robot personifications together in one line. So
That's
anyways,
cool.
But I have a robot shelf at work, and he lives on my robot shelf with all the other friendly, helpful robots. It's
Friendly,
exclusively
helpful robots.
it's friendly, helpful robots. No menacing robots.
Do you have Rosie?
Rosie's on there.
Okay,
Rosie's the Christmas ornament, right? The Hallmark Christmas ornament. Actually, very nice. I have every one that I can think of that there's a robot representation of. So,
Quester?
what's that?
Quester?
No.
Have they ever made a
Not
figure
a
of Quester?
robot. Never made a question. But yeah, no, it's I've got what's the cat from Buzz Lightyear, the cat.
I have
Spot?
him here somewhere.
Yep. And I've got him. I've got
know where I put it.
K9. I've got the little robots from Farscape. I've got the little robot
Is the
droid.
B9 on that shelf, or is that a different shelf?
There's a B9 on that show. A different B9.
Not the one I built you.
Not the one.
Yeah.
C-3PO and you know what? I do not have a. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I think I chose to have C-3PO and R2 represent Star Wars. I think that's why I don't have.
You don't have BB-8.
I don't have BB-8, but I did put K2SO on the shelf. So
And then,
I guess
and
I do
then
need a little BB-8, a smaller BB-8.
I think I have one somewhere that I put away. Maybe I can give it to you.
Yeah, I need a small one because it's got to be in scale. Got to be in scale with
And
the
then
Coda
what's that guy? What's the next little one? Dio.
Oh, Dio, yeah.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I
Anyway,
may be able to hook you up, Todd.
Okay. So, anyways, but like I said, yeah, I love it. It's all like I said, all the benign or friendly robots. So,
nice.
Dave, what do you got?
All right, I just have a simple tool thing. And we talked about this in the past. So, to me, this is like one of the first new type of tools in a long time. It may not be new, but it's called the pliers wrench. So now everyone has these. They're called sort of water pump pliers. Yeah. But the difference is these have smooth jaws. And I'm going to hold it up to the camera. See, these are smooth jaws. So what this replaces is the adjustable wrench with the little thumb screw. And these are like, everyone's starting to sell these things now. I had gotten this one last year. I think it's a Cobalt one, but like Knipex is the German brand who makes it. But I have, like, it wasn't even on my radar. Like, why have these? But if anyone's ever used that adjustable wrench, it's a pain in the ass. It never has the right, size, and it always opens and closes and stuff. But this, you adjust the size. It goes up and down with this little push button, so it goes up and down. And then you could really get clamping force on any size nut. So these are like, I'm trying to open, this one doesn't work that great. But so it opens, different sizes, and it's got these smooth jaws, so it doesn't do anything. So it's definitely a replacement for a tool that I don't think is a great tool. I mean, the ideal thing is to use the actual size wrench, like a 10 millimeter or a half-inch wrench, but you never know the right size. So,
yeah,
pliers wrench. But
see it.
This is one. I have a new one it's full of oil. That's why I haven't wiped it off. So,
what I use the adjustables for all the time is adjusting our theater lights because they won't move until you loosen that bolt, and so I have that would be absolutely perfect.
Because, well, these are good because the sort of the channel locks or the water, they have all the little. This one that I did just buy comes with soft grips that you can put on them.
Nice.
They're in this.
Nice. Yeah. Because that is why I don't use those kind of ratchet pliers thing. The little squeezy pliers, because the grips are really aggressive. So
well, that's the difference. These won't mar up stuff because they have smooth jaws.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a useful tool.
Yeah. To me, it's new. I don't know if it is actually new, but everyone started to come out with these. So now I need one for my 3 or 4 different tool locations. So I'm
without question
starting to collect.
Since we're talking about tools, and that leads us to your workshop. Is there anything new going on from Dave's workshop?
Well, I do want to show. I've been talking about the 2 big projects I did. I'm going to put these pictures in the chat for you guys. So I did the alien head that is finished and delivered to the client, and he was thrilled with it. It was 40 by 22 by 14. It was huge, but it looks great with the alien head in it, so I'll put that picture up here. And then I did the Breaking Bad display that I mentioned, and now I could post pictures of it. It's finished because the guy actually had to put the bills in it, and it looks great. He was thrilled
That
with
looks
it.
That look awesome.
That looks really, really
It
good.
was a lot of work, a lot of cutting. There's 20 different individual little displays, and then inside a shadow box, and then I had a metal print made with the show and the logo and picture of Walter White. So that was a lot. That was actually a lot of fun. So those couple things. I've also done a couple other things that I was just getting started. I did a project for our friend Brian. Did something for myself that I'll reveal soon. But yeah, if you need a display or plaque or shadow box kind of thing, check us out from davesworkshop.com. All the stuff is on there.
Dave's working on something for me as well.
I am working on it. I got to talk to you about that, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And if you could email me from davesworkshop@gmail.com, and we will do something. Yeah, those were some big, fairly time consuming.
I saw that case that the alien head was going into. I didn't see the head, but I saw the case and
massive.
it was massive.
Yeah, it was massive. So, yeah. So check all that out. Okay, that is the show. So, again, subscribe to us on YouTube, The Regular Joe's Podcast. Watch this stuff. Love, everything you hear, you can now see. And as we said, we're closing in on not only the holidays, but on episode 600. We're only a couple away. So we got fun stuff planned for that.
Yes, we do.
And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching and listening.
Thanks for listening and watching.